We're in it. Down 8 pounds?
Yes.
8 pounds. Think about it, man. That's like a newborn baby. A big one, too. Not a preemie, like a full grown-ass baby. So, tell me about your week.
That was a good week, minus a little bit of snow that happened. You know.
A little bit. I got 8 inches.
Well, you got a lot more out there than we did over.
I wasn't talking about the snow. But no, it was 8 inches of snow in spring. Out of nowhere. But good news is we're here, doing your thing. How was your food? Were you able to stick to diet 100%?
Yeah. Yeah, actually it was really, really good this week. I was cooking everything I could instead of, you know.
Explain the hot dog on your Instagram.
Turkey dog.
Okay.
Smoked. 2 grams of carb and like just protein, no fat. And instead of like some of those other ones that have like 10 grams of fat or something else. And I was like, oh. And then I had those low carb buns and I was like.
So did it fit the macros for the meal?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I need to get some turkey dogs because I'm like a hot dog, man. What is this, a fucking Dodger game? But so today's deadlift day. This is a very important day because it's your posterior chain, which is going to allow for you to have total back health the rest of your life. 80% of Americans complain of lower back pain. I think 80% of people. I just think that's where the survey was done. But I don't think that Americans have different backs. You might sit a little bit more. But let's be real, like every industrialized nation sits on their fat asses all day long. So remember we did mini bands before. I told you I'd make some mini bands. Here's the Mts Nutritional Minivans coming in. Now, what we're going to do with these, we packaged the hell out of these. So we have different levels. Extra heavy, heavy, medium, light. And then this one, I don't even know what the hell, like this is like a condom. Not that I would know what those are.
Extra light.
Like, what do you do? Like, I don't know. Like, I think this is for my child. But the cool thing about these, we can use the differing levels. And what we'll do is we'll just warm up our hips with some lateral and linear mini band work. So what we'll do is we can actually use both of these. Now, here's a progression from what we did last time. All right. So last time we just put one on the top, on the bottom, on our ankles, right? Here we're going to use 2 mini bands. So we're going to go ahead and put one. You can put a heavier one up top. You usually have there's less, put one up above your knee, right here, right around your quadricep. It's a very, very delicate process getting these on. Had a lot of practice. And then put the other one, where it was last time, around your ankle. Just like that. So you have 2 points. Now the goal of this is not only to get your hips warmed up, but it's also to make sure that your body knows to activate your glutes so you don't have valgus of the knee when doing a deadlift or a squat. Valgus would be caving in of the knee. And if you think about how you tear your ACL in sports, it's usually from going in for a tackle, getting hit like this, or just pivoting wrong. So we're going to prevent that right now. Okay, good, now let's head back. Coordination is big.
Yeah, man.
Alright, next we're going to do external rotations. Come in here, foot stays flat on the ground, push out with the knee. Keep your foot flat on the ground. There you go. There you go. 3 sets of 8 each leg. The deadlift involves everything. Today's a pretty quick day. Literally have like 3 exercises. But we get in, we get it, we get out. And this is a very important day, like I said. Man, so when you're doing deadlifts, there's 2 things you got to concern yourself with. One is having a warm lower back, and 2 is making sure that your scapula, your shoulder blades, are prepared to be retracted or brought together. So we're going to do some simple movement prep cues to get into that. One is we're going to, use a resistance, which will provide feedback, squeeze our shoulder blades together. So we're coming down here, we're not rounding our back. We're right here, our scapula's together and tight. You always want to do a movement prep with deadlifts. Deadlifts is a pretty simple day, man. We literally have deadlifts and 2 other things we get out. Deadlifts are very taxing on the body. When you're first starting, I don't like to see people doing deadlifts to failure. I just think it's asking for trouble. But you know, I'm safe. I always play it safe. I wear a condom all day. I only take it off to have sex. So basically, come down here just like before. Be sure to focus on squeezing the shoulder blades together. Our goal is not muscular failure here. It's simply getting our brain activated. So we are used to bringing our shoulder blades together. We are literally just activating our brain. That's our main purpose of this. Our purpose is not to pre-exhaust. Our purpose is not to fatigue. Your 2 easy sets of 8 just to get going. It also helps provide warm-up, get blood flowing to reduce the risk of injury. So again, focus on squeezing my fingers with your shoulder blades. There you go. You know, Seth, I got a funny comment the other day in the comment section. It was like, man, there's too much talking here. You guys just train. I'm like, last I checked, this wasn't Branch Warren and Johnny Jackson having a fucking reunion. We're here trying to get information out and, you know, basically help people change their lives. You know, if I want to do some fucking glory motivation video of us slamming weights and drinking beer, that'd be another video. But right now, that's not what this is, man. But it's good that someone thought it was supposed to be like that. They saw you and me in the picture like, yeah, this shit's going to be hardcore. These motherfuckers are about to throw some weight around. They're about to smack midgets. They're going to do some crazy shit in these videos. All right, Seth, we're going to be on this machine twice today. One is going to be for Nordic Curls, as we did before, which suck. And 2 is going to be just to loosen up the lower back. This is our, you know, hyperextension machine for the day. Come here, come down, just nice. Hamstrings, lower back. Again, not going to failure. We have exchanges, right? Using diabetic exchange, hit your protein, hit your fat, hit your carbs. You don't have to count every macro. Isn't this much easier than putting everything in Fit Day?
Yeah.
Like, God, it's so easy. What a great way of dieting. Whether you're getting ready for a show, if you know how to generally think about this method of counting calories that we're doing, like it's in my book too, dropfactorbook.com, is you're able, this is a system that you can use later on. Think of it as, it's kind of almost, I hate to say this, it's almost a less silly, less weird version of Weight Watchers counting points. Their point system's absolutely stupid. But we've taken a system where you're not counting the 2 grams of carbs from chicken. And you don't have to live by the cell phone. I remember when I did the old school macros on Daily Plate or Fit Day or whatever. Man, it'll take over your life. If that doesn't give you an eating disorder, I don't know what will.
That's the beauty of that is like you develop a better relationship with food.
Exactly.
Like
and you start to see food as less numbers and more servings. You know, for deadlifts, I like to go barefoot just because I believe that's where your body should be. It's a primal movement. I like to take my shoes off. I wear Vibrams, you know, the 5-finger shoes at home. But at gyms, the douche factor is 120 with those, and I keep the douche factor down. So you might be asking at home, why hex bar? Well, when you're on a deadlift, if we had a bar, it's right here, right? Your body's naturally going to be in a tip position. You can't retract your scapula as much. More pressure in your hamstrings or lower back. When you're in here, you're able to retract your scapula fully. You're able to fully load your posterior chain and not have the added torque in your lower back. I do believe a conventional deadlift has its place. I believe it's better for hypertrophy. I do. Slightly. Not enough for me to recommend it to someone. When does your next bodybuilding show?
Never.
Bingo. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. This will get enough pressure on your posterior chain, your back, provide that hypertrophy, and also just get you in a spot where you're going to increase the strength, the stability, and the health of your posterior chain for a lifetime of just awesomeness. Also realize everything's being worked from your forearms to your traps, to your glutes, to your hips, to your thighs, to your calves. There's nothing not being worked. And by the way, my legs are silky smooth, that shaved last night. So come in here, focus on what we worked. Your hamstrings are engaged, you're not leaning forward. Your back, you're not bending your knees, you're dropping your butt. Does that make sense? Chest out, show the world your emblem. Shoulder blades, retract them. Nice tight tension on the bar, pull it up, come down. You don't have to do anything in the negative, just drop it down, okay? Pull it up, come down. Pull it up, come down. Now for my kids that I train in sports, I do this. Why do I do that? When you have the negative in there, it increases muscle damage. Muscle damage leads to soreness. Soreness leads to a shitty game. Less recovery. You're not playing a soccer game tomorrow. I'm not worried about you. So, and generally speaking, as we go heavier, we're going to strap up with Versa grips. So we're going to come in, come up, come in, come up, boom. We're going to go heavy. We're going to focus on load, 3 to 5 reps. Let's give this a shot. Look at my man's perfect form. Look at that. I have nothing to do. I'm going home. Peace. I'm out of here. Nah, that's good, man. It's going to be a good day. Good shit. You don't usually go that heavy, do you?
No.
So we're going to stay right here today, do 3 sets of 3, and we're going to live to lift another day. And then people on YouTube will be like, hey man, what's the low volume? It's like, hey man, did you not see this man limping after leg day? Nah, here's the thing, man. We don't need to, you don't need to do more. You just don't. You don't need more right now. Leave that for the future. We need some variables to fuck with later. So here's the thing though. A lot of people go, hey, why 3 reps? My thing is I want 3 reps of perfect form. Deadlift, too many muscles involved. Once you start going heavy, you twist to the side just a little bit, man, you're going to snap your shit up. Snap your shit up. So one thing we're going to work on now is I always like to do, as you saw with chest, with everything else, as we get going, we do a unilateral movement. And we're going to start working a lot of those for health, and it's also just good for you. Good for your back. It'll help you grow muscle. It'll help you do all that. So we're going to move on and do a single leg Romanian deadlift. Okay. And my wife's been trying to do these for about 10 years. She still can't do it without falling. But I'll demonstrate it to the best of my ability. So let's strip this down because we respect Brick House like that. And yeah, put away your fucking weights, guys. Like imagine we left this on here. Like ain't nobody warming up with 315. Ain't nobody warming up with that. Let's put my shoes on real quick. Except for my man over here, you warm up with 315, right? No. He just said, dude, he just got here. He just put that shit on, and he's like, fuck it. He's like, these pussies over here doing their warm-ups. He's watching us warm up, laugh at us. Oh, single leg Romanian deadlift, man. A lot of people get on me like, why would you do that? I'm like, well, think about it. When you're balancing, you're activating muscles that aren't activated. And also, when you're deadlifting, you have both feet on the ground. It's bilateral. So you might have an imbalance in your glute, in this and that. What unilateral does, it makes you honest. Because if you have an imbalance, your body will figure it out. And it will adjust. So you'll see a lot of people do these incorrectly, where they do the opposite leg. Same arm, same leg, one arm's free. Come out. This leg kicks back, it's straight, and you're flexing your glute the whole time. Come down. Boom. They're a bitch. They're deceivingly hard. I only do 5 reps per leg. Again, it's a very mentally, especially when you start, exhausting exercise. Because you're not only contracting, but you're balancing and trying not to fall. Again, by keeping this straight, squeezing your glute, you keep your balance on point. You can rest between, tap your toe down, whatever it takes not to fall. As you get better and better at it, you'll be able to do it kind of like I did it. So it's a pendulum. So as you come back, you're swinging. Boom. It's one motion. Yep. Told you it's a bitch, man.
It's not even that the weight's heavy, it's just the...
Hey man, we're getting you in health. We're not just losing weight, man. We're doing everything. All right, switch. That's what I love about this shit. Y'all see any NPC bros doing this, man? They're just worried about muscle growth. They're just worried about fat loss, and that's good. That's good, but what if we could do that and create a more athletic, fluently moving body? What if we could do it all? Right? It's like a threesome with Carrie Underwood and Beyonce. Best of all worlds, man. Jay-Z would put a hit out on your ass. And isn't Carrie Underwood like with some athlete who could beat our ass?
Probably.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's worth the risk. What we're going to do now, we did the bread and butter, the compound, one of the big five. We did a unilateral movement that evened everything out. Now we're going to do 2 movements for the hamstrings. One will be body weight, we're going to do first. While we do body weight before we do machine, because I can make the weight lighter, I can't make our asses lighter. So we're actually going to do Nordic Curls or the glute ham machine. Then we're going to move on and just do leg curls, and we're going to call it a day. All right, so let's move on and do this. Any sciatic issues, generally not a fan of leg curls. However, if you have none, just doing it at the end or to warm up, I'm okay with them, just like leg extensions. I don't like heavy leg extensions because they put all that force and pressure on your knee. However, if you're able to go lighter, it does put tension on your quads. I'm not going to lie. For athletes, no. They put enough tension on their ACL and all that shit just going on the field. But for people like us who are just, trying to get a little sexy for the summer, not a problem. So, keep the weight light. We're just finishing off with this and just curl up and resist on the way down. Okay, man, so diet-wise, how are you with the food quantity?
Good. Starting to get, there's moments where I've got some hunger. But
yeah.
Nothing too like where I'm about to binge or something. But I'm starting to get moments where I'm like, God, I could eat right now.
Well, we've kept calories pretty damn high.
Yeah.
We've adjusted as needed to keep things moving along. Cardio hasn't been touched. We're probably going to touch that a little bit this week. Increase a little. We're still at only 20 minutes, 3 times a week. A lot of people, I get a lot of things online. Like, for some reason, I just did a video on this. For some reason, people believe that you can't lose fat without going low carb. And that's ridiculous. That's just completely mind-blowing because that's a new thing. But these keto zealots have us believing that you need to do it this way or you're going to fail. And that's so wrong because most athletes who get in great shape usually are on carb-containing diets. I don't know how they've managed to completely get that message across where people believe it. But again, keto's an option. But it's not something you need to do. Like, you're not going to, again, someone who's, let's say you've been, let's say you have someone who's overweight, who has an issue with self-control of eating. I mean, cake's not good for you, right? So you're telling them, okay, get rid of all carbohydrate. So now you're eliminating a third of their food options. I just don't see that being a long-term adherence
rebound
thing.
Like that.
I see someone just saying, fuck it, I'm done, I love being fat, I'd rather create a lifestyle. So what's your feedback, man? Just let it spill, man. What's going on?
Everything's good. Right amount of food. I'm not too hungry. Able to eat the things I want without, being freaking out about it. Oh, we went out to dinner. I kind of just overestimate, what I've eaten, or then adjust throughout the rest of the day. So it's been pretty good, pretty easy. I'm feeling a hell of a lot better. I'm already starting to notice it and how my clothes fit and things like that. It instantly makes you feel better and try even harder. And
clothes are the measurable factor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. If you could fit in an extra large you couldn't fit into before, you're like, okay, man, maybe this is working. And pictures are deceiving. You know, you'll notice it, but as you look back, like right now you might not notice things, but as you look from week 1 to 4 later on, I think you will notice, oh, there was a difference. You know, it's just subtle. Because again, you've lost 8 pounds, and you know, we got a little bit to go, but I guarantee you once you've lost 30 pounds, you're gonna notice that. Once you've lost 50 pounds, you're gonna notice that. So it's just a progression. It's not gonna happen overnight, but overall, you know, we've done everything we wanted to do in the first month. We've lost 2 pounds a week, and that's the most I would ever have you lose. So the goal is to keep it going at 1 to 2 pounds. So this month, we'll lose 4 to 8 pounds, then 4 to 8 pounds. You multiply that over 10 months, man, that's 40 to 80 pounds. Like, that's a lot of weight. So just put it in perspective. This isn't a crash diet. We're not going to be ready in time for summer swimsuit season. Sorry to tell you that. But we'll probably be ready for December. So you're going to look damn good at Christmas parties. So other than that, man, anything, any questions you have? Anything?
No, not really at this point. The one thing I have that's more positive feedback is I've developed a much better relationship with food, because that's part of my slingshotting over the years. Is I would crash diet, lose 40, 50 pounds, gain 60, and just I started to like get really down on myself mentally, and I hated food, or I'd eat it and then like be pissed off at myself for the next 3 days, and then I'd binge, and now I'm like, okay, you know, I ate a little too much that meal, just adjust the next one. It's become so much easier and just mentally healthier, which is huge for me, because I struggle really, really badly with that, especially in college, because got all the stressors of college and everything else, and trying to, you know, appease everybody. And then you build a bad relationship with food on top of that, and you're drinking and all the other things. It just gets out of hand quick.
Yeah, and I think our industry does a great job of making people feel they need to do that. 12 weeks to the best you ever. 12 weeks, lose weight on my diet, the keto this, the blank. It's like, dude, shut up. It's not that easy. It's not. It might be for some people, but for a vast majority, it's not. So we're here, man. So next week, we're going to come back in. We'll be able to add some more progressions to chest, which will be a fun workout. This week, you know what to do. Cardio right now is at 20 minutes 3 times a week. Diet's where it's at. You know, we'll delve into that more later, I think. But if you guys want to know a general idea of what his diet's like, it's similar to dropfactorbook.com, which is free. It's right there on the page. You don't have to download anything. Dropfactorbook.com, his training program is very similar to the Big 5 training program. And again, both links are listed below. So we're giving away this information for free. Granted, it's not tailored to you, but that's a general idea of the way I do things. So man, great friggin' week. We got to get me some of them hot dogs though. All right, man, good shit.
Yeah, man.